Ethan Hawke returning to Moon Knight Season 2. Ethan Hawke, who plays Moon Knight, has said that his participation in the show's second season would be contingent on the level of acclaim that the first season receives from viewers. During the meeting, this was the approach used to discuss the program. Ethan Hawke seems to be keeping the door open for a return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though there will not be another season of the television show Arthur Harrow. The fact that there will never be another season of Arthur Harrow does not change the fact that this will continue to be the case. This will continue to be the case even if he decides to distance himself from the persona of Arthur Harrow.
Hey, what's happening, doggy?
On the 30th of March in 2019, Disney Plus subscribers will get their first opportunity to utilize Moon Knight. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at Ethan Hawke returning to Moon Knight Season 2. Yeah, you heard it right. So let's start our video. The good news is that Hawke feels it may be both based on what he has indicated. Hawke made a statement along the lines of, "The good news is that it may be both." It was inquired of him as to whether or not he will take part in upcoming activities. The program is capable of doing its maintenance for the time being. If a sufficient number of people see it, it might mark the beginning of a far larger and more successful project than a one-off series. On the other hand, projects like WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier have not only assisted in tying up any loose ends that were left over from earlier theatrical efforts, but they have also created the basis for future adventures. This is because The Falcon and the Winter Soldier are characters who appear in both of these projects. After receiving the go-ahead from the appropriate authorities, production on a second season of the television program Loki will begin. The first season of Moon Knight could be the start of a bigger story that will be shown on TV. Or it could be a way for these characters to start having adventures on the big screen. Both of these theories make sense. Both of these ideas are worth thinking about. The science fiction story Moon Knight tells the narrative of Stephen Grant, a mild-mannered worker in a gift store who suffers blackouts and recollections of a previous life. Their travels, Stephen is essential to the plot. Stephen, who has dissociative identity disorder, and the mercenary Mark Spector share the same body. Stephen has been diagnosed with a disease in which he has several personalities. As they strive to solve an old Egyptian problem, they must conceal their identities from Stephen and their opponent, Mark. In the debut episode of the first season of Marvel Studios' Moon Knight, the Marvel Cinematic Universe fans were introduced to new characters. Ethan Hawke portrayed Arthur Harrow, one of the film's primary characters, with the introduction of a mysterious new figure with roots in ancient Egyptian mythology. The tone of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, has notably shifted. It has been hinted at multiple times that Moon Knight may return for another season, so fans have been eager to find out whether or not the show will be renewed. Some stars, such as Ethan Hawke, are apprehensive about the show's future on Disney Plus, despite Oscar Isaac and May Calamari's return, making fans more optimistic about the show's future on Disney Plus. After all, viewers are more thrilled about the show now that Oscar Isaac and May Calamari have returned. Many fans assumed that Hawke's character, Arthur Harrow, had been killed by a rifle bullet fired by Jake Lockley when he and Khonshu were riding in the car in Episode 6. The program directed for Disney Plus indicated that it may not be as straightforward as first thought to figure out what the newest Marvel Cinematic Universe episode will be about, and that it is expected to air on Disney Plus shortly. Mohammed Diab, the director of Moon Knight, said in a cryptic Facebook post that Ethan Hawke's character, Arthur Harrow, may return. In Episode 6, Mark can imprison the goddess Ammit inside himself. This caused him to become insane and be sent to a mental institution, which was dreadful for Arthur Harrow. During the single scene after the credits, Jake Lockley seemed to shoot Harrow in the limousine's trunk. However, the audience never saw the bullets strike Harrow or any other area of his body after that segment of the presentation concluded. In Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, Wanda Maximoff's death was used in the same way, and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin did the same thing in the most recent episode of Hawkeye. Both of these situations are like each other. This is probably what Marvel Studios plans to do with Hawke, since the company has gotten good at leaving important moments unclear, so that many other possible outcomes are still possible. No one knows when Moon Knight will return, but Ethan Hawke and the character could appear in a future Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how this one was. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing for more, and don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.